Hello, little ones. Are you all tucked into bed? Are you ready for your bedtime story? Tonight's story is entitled The Secret Treasure Hunt. The clock struck 7 p.m. where twins Ellie and Ethan lived, in Willow Creek. Ellie had wild, curly hair, and she was sitting on the living room floor looking at a math worksheet that looked more like a collection of alien symbols than numbers. Ethan, her brother, sat nearby with his arms crossed. "What's the point of math anyway?" Ellie groaned. "To make you suffer," Ethan said with a smirk. "No, seriously," Ellie said. "Why do I even need to know how to divide fractions? I'll never use this in real life." Mom peeked in from the kitchen. "You might not use it now, but you'll thank me one day when you're baking cookies and need to have a recipe." Ethan brightened up. "Cookies? Can we bake some now?" Mom shook her head. "Nope, not until you both finish your homework." Ethan groaned, plopping back on the couch. Ellie tugged at her braid, frustrated. "I wish life was more like an adventure. Math is boring." Later that evening, their dad came home carrying something unusual, an old dusty chest. "What's that?" Ethan asked. Dad grinned. "Found this at an estate sale today. It's full of random stuff, but I thought you kids might have fun looking through it." Ethan and Ellie bolted over to the chest and threw it open. Inside were trinkets, old books, and at the bottom, a rolled up map with strange symbols. "It's a treasure map!" Ethan exclaimed. "Yeah, right," Ellie said, rolling her eyes. "No, look! X marks the spot." Ethan held up the map. Their dad chuckled. "Well, it might just lead to a backyard or nowhere at all, but you two are welcome to investigate." Ellie hesitated. "What if it's just junk?" "But what if it's not?" Ethan said. The next day, the twins set off on their adventure, armed with the map, a flashlight, and a small spade. Their best friend Mia, a shy girl who loved puzzles, decided to join them. "It says we start by the big oak tree," Ethan said, pointing to the map. As they followed the cues, the three had to overcome unexpected challenges. First, they encountered a mud puddle blocking their path. "Gross," Ellie said. "Jump over it," Ethan suggested. "You first," Ellie shot back. Ethan attempted a heroic leap, but landed in the middle of the puddle. Mia burst out laughing. "You're a mess," Ellie teased. As they got closer to the treasure's location, they wondered if they would find it. The map's instructions became confusing, and everyone had a different opinion about what to do next. "I'm telling you, the arrow points this way," Ethan said. "Nope, it clearly says we need to count 20 steps north," Mia said. Ellie threw up her arms. "Why don't we just go home? This is hopeless." Ethan looked hurt. "You're just giving up because it's hard." "That's not true," Ellie said. "Guys, stop," Mia said. "What if we're supposed to work together to figure it out?" The words hit Ellie like a ton of bricks. She sighed. "Okay, let's try again. Together." After solving the last clue, a tricky riddle, they reached the X on the map, a patch of dirt under a cluster of wildflowers. They dug eagerly. "Do you think it's gold?" Ethan asked. "Maybe it's diamonds," Mia added. When the spade hit something, they all gasped. Pulling out a wooden box, they opened it to find a collection of old coins, a faded Bible, and a letter. "That's it?" Ellie said, disappointed. Ethan read the letter aloud. "Dear Finder, this treasure may not look like much, but inside the Bible is the greatest treasure of all: wisdom, love, and the key to joy. The coins are just a bonus. Share this treasure and watch it grow. Ellie opened the Bible, and a verse caught her eye. The kingdom of heaven is like treasure hidden in a field. The kingdom of heaven is like a treasure hid in a field. The which when a man hath found, he hideth, and for joy thereof goeth and selleth all that he hath, and buyeth that field. Matthew 13, verse 44. Interesting. You know, maybe the real treasure is more than just stuff, Ellie said. Ethan tilted his head. Like what? Well, like working together, not giving up, and finding God's wisdom. That night, the twins told their parents about their adventure. So what did you learn? Dad asked. The treasure isn't always gold or diamonds, Ellie said. It's sometimes the things you learn along the way. And teamwork, Ethan added. Their mom nodded. And the Bible truly is a treasure. It's full of God's love and guidance. As they got ready for bed, Ellie whispered to Ethan, maybe math isn't the worst thing ever. I mean, it can't be harder than finding treasure, right? Ethan laughed. True. And the next time we find a map, you're doing the digging. Ellie grinned. As the twins drifted off to sleep, they each dreamed of new adventures, ones where the treasure wasn't just something they found, but something they carried with them forever. As you go to sleep tonight, remember that the greatest treasure we have is the treasure we find in Jesus. Jesus came, he died for us, and he came to save us. Good night.